What's up, people? Let me say this before we start. I have no clue why, when you put AirPods in, right, and you try to record off the camera app on the iPhone, the AirPod microphone is not the one that it uses. It uses the phone microphone. But then if you plug in wired headphones, it'll switch it to the wired headphone mic. I have no clue why it would be different. Like, I get it, there's an actual analog input in the one with the wired headphone mic. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't see why that would matter to the point where it just doesn't pick it up at all on the AirPod mic. I have no clue. Anyways, hello, welcome back. I got some Waffle House this morning. I'm going to be eating it while doing an ASMR video because you guys like eating videos. I once dubbed myself eating video dub ASMR. And if you remember that reference, you're an OG, you've been around for a while. And it doesn't even feel like that long ago since I put out that video because I remember the day that I recorded it. But that was nearly 5 years ago at this point, people. Time flies. So, years and years ago, maybe like 12, 13 years ago at this point, my mom put me on the chicken melts. So this has chicken, Texas toast cheese, and onions. You can get bacon on it. I prefer it without bacon. And then I get the double hash browns with ham and onions in them. And I'll say this, I made it a ritual for many, many years. I can't remember the year I actually broke the ritual anymore, but it was a couple years ago. But my last meal of my year was typically fried rice of some kind. Chicken fried rice, shrimp fried rice, chicken and shrimp fried rice. That was my last meal of the year, every year. Then my first meal of the year was Waffle House chicken melt hash browns. Because Waffle House was the only thing open on New Year's. And I had made it a habit before I learned how to cook. So, you know. As I got older, though, what I never understood about my younger self, right? Rather than having to sit and, like, well, it became a ritual, but, like, just thought process wise, hear me out, right? On holidays, rather than having to try to find something that's open, or, you know what I'm saying, like sitting at Waffle House, why didn't I just get something frozen? Even if I didn't know how to cook, why didn't I just buy something frozen, put it in the freezer, and then heat it up when it was time for me to eat? That's literally what I do now. Like on holidays, like Thanksgiving, right? We don't usually eat till about 6, 7 o'clock. So, like, I'll have something for in the morning, but it'd be something frozen I could just warm up and then just have. I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. I couldn't tell you guys. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I'll say this. This is the best Waffle House that I've had in a minute. I have not had Waffle House very many times over the past 2 years because Waffle House, everyone that I went to had gone significantly downhill. My order was wrong every single time. I don't know how come, like, I never got my hash browns covered, like, with the cheese. They would always put cheese on my hash browns. Or they would leave out the ham or the onions or both. Or if I did get bacon, they'd leave it out. Sometimes I wouldn't get it and they put it on. And then even when I did get my food correct, it just wouldn't taste good sometimes. Sometimes the toast wasn't, I had one time where the toast wasn't toasted well enough. I had one time where it was toasted too much. I had one time where the chicken was cooked too long, where the hash browns weren't cooked long enough. I've just had a lot of problems at a Waffle House over the past couple of years. Like, I don't know. Everyone I went to, no matter which one I went to. So for a while, I just stopped eating at Waffle House. I'm gonna be honest. But for whatever reason, I was craving it this morning. I may be recording another video today, another eating video today, because I think for dinner, I need to get some salmon, but like I have some mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers, and then some yellow rice. And I think if I get some salmon, I'm gonna mix that up, and then throw some carrots in the air fryer. Did not know that when you roast carrots, they caramelize themselves and get sweet. I actually used to hate carrots, and now that I know that you can cook them, I actually think they taste pretty good. Sorry. I know I had the hiccups. I have a pretty interesting video idea that I want to test out and see how it works as well. And then I just have like some show and tell type of videos that I'll also do. this channel actually also qualified for a community tab, like besides just me. So you guys can post in there too. Don't be afraid to post in there. I would love to interact with you in there. Um, I'll try to post in there to try to set the tone tight, you know. Sometimes I don't know what to post about, but I'll figure something out. And if you didn't see my post from last night, if you're a fan of the Dokkan ASMR content, just go over to that channel that I linked. I made that channel a while ago. I'm still gonna do. I made a Dokkan blog called the Global Sync, but when the hurricane happened, like a year and a half ago, that kind of threw me off for a couple months. I was supposed to come back during anniversary, and then I was busy during anniversary last year, so I had to push it back, and I just never got back on it. But now I'll get back on it because what I wanted to do was script out a blog post and then make the blog post into a video version and upload it on that channel. So I have two different kinds of versions of the blog post covering the game. And I think I'm still going to do that. But what I'm also going to do is my Dokkan ASMR content on there. It's always the most difficult when you get into that last little corner and there's not much to like grab onto. Alright. That was actually pretty good. That's a good way to start the day. Now I have to clean up. Gotta wash my sheets. And I'll be ready to go. Like I said, I just put the camera down to actually show the food because I don't have another way to record it. But I will say that this little stand is actually helpful for these kind of videos because before what I was having to do was I was having to get my tripod, set my camera up to the side of my desk and record it at an angle. So now I can have it, it's still not like directly in front because directly in front would be like this way a little bit. But it's close enough to where I can do it that way and be fine. Also, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I went and got the wired ear pods because this is what I will say. Even though they pick up a lot of background noise, I like the lo-fi sound of them, and I never mind the background noise. So you guys tell me if you just do not like the white noise that is picked up when you have these headphones in, let me know. But I always felt like it gave it a laid back, chill vibe. at least I know I'm old enough to have grown up with these being the like best budget option for being wired. And it's really weird because like they've always been $10. They used to come for free in the phone boxes, and then they started selling them separately for $10, and now they're 20. And I have no clue when they went to $20. And it's such a ripoff, but they do kind of have like the best mic that you can buy for a cheap pair of wired headphones in a store. So I bought them. Yeah, and this little stand here I use because I just prop my phone up and it has like a little circular hole in the back, and then I have a aux to USB-C converter, and I use Tidal for my music streaming. Tidal's audio quality, by the way, guys, awesome. It has so many quality of life features missing, but the crazy part is, what I've noticed is that every single music app, like major streaming app that's not Spotify, their quality of life feature sucks. I do not know how Spotify has spent years introducing all of these features that Apple Music, YouTube Music, and Tidal just have not copied. It's so ridiculous. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like Spotify is such a shitty company, and their audio is easily, like, for the music side at least, the worst out of everybody. And they introduced like their version of lossless, but it's still not full high quality. Everything is CD quality, but everything is CD quality, including the tracks that have higher fidelity recordings available. And that's why I'm just like, I would rather use Tidal. And but like, I don't need an EQ, but Tidal doesn't have an EQ. And they also don't have it to where you can be listening on one device and then like change your track or something like that on another device. Also, for whatever reason, their playlists sometimes, when you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 song playlists like I do, they take a while to load in, you know? Um, but the great thing is you can control what quality audio you're streaming. Um, and the playlist customization is very good. So I enjoy using Tidal. I don't mind using it. I have physical CDs. I've been buying physical music. Some artists put them out, some artists don't, but I support whenever I can. And I'll show those off in like some more show and tell videos down the road. But anyways, I don't want to make this too long because that means it's gonna take forever to upload. And this is about to be 20 minutes. So I appreciate y'all for watching. This been your boy T.